I should say that I have more than one of some of these prizes. So, you see, Dan Leeds, if I was to do that, then I'd give all the prizes away in one night, and then we'd have nothing left for future shows, would we? As much as I want to. Hey, King Samuel, thanks for joining. And Drimbinks. Conductor, the next assignment in our work order is to drop off these coal hoppers and go pick up the cement hoppers. Okay, let's go and have a look at El Mapio. So we are just literally dropping these off where we are. Okay, I can do that. That's easy enough for me. We've got it's just a loco, good. Right, let's drive light over to our first cut and watch the signal when leaving the yard. So we are going via there. So that doesn't help. That lets us get out. Right. When did I last change my green screen? A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Let's change it to that one. This scenario is about 40 minutes. All the scenarios tonight are about 40 minutes long. That's why I'm doing 3 rather than the usual, or the new usual of 2. Hey, King Samuel, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Let's pop out this window so we can see what we're doing. Got a green light ahead of us, that's a good place to be. Right, so we are going via Meadow Main 2. Are we all clear for it? Yep, we are, and then we're going to stop at Alice Main South. Ah, we've got a red light there as we come out of the yard. Fair enough. My creepy sidekick, is he right here? He is there somewhere, but I can't move out of the way, so. Oop, going too fast again. So, my 3 Herberts, let me just explain how that that whole thing works. So basically, I gave a word. Everybody then types the word. Anyone, and then what happens is that puts you into a big pot. That's a bit like me, you writing your name on a piece of paper and me scrunching it up, putting it in a big hat. And then the computer reaches in and randomly picks someone out of that hat. Drimbinks asked, when was the last time I played on the Gemmel? Too long ago, to be honest. Too long ago. I need to fix that. I think having a... there's not much point running a 91 on the Gemmel. They don't run there, but certainly a 90. I think that's... that is in order, I think. A good shout. Hey, Green Iron Lung. Welcome to the channel this evening. No, this loco is actually running forwards. The long nose version of it is actually running this way. Monongahela ES44 coming in the other direction. I'm just going to stop here since this is Meadow Main anyway. Hey there, bad hair and heavy lift, welcome. My Three Herberts, Southern Railway exists in America as well. It's a different Southern Railway, but it is a Southern Railway. At Norfolk Southern, the name actually comes from the merger of the Norfolk and Western Railroad and the Southern Railroad. My scenery settings are on maxed out, Jim Binks. Just asked what my scenery settings were on. Cherry says everything about trains in America is weird. I would say everything about trains in America is different. It's definitely different though. Right, so we are going to Ellis Main 2. Hey Matthew 2066, hi Stoog and Rax, welcome to the stream this evening. Well, I think that's just it, isn't it, Captain Bob? It's all relative. When you look at a class 37 and a class 55 and a class 40, you probably, to be honest, can't tell the difference. The same as when someone here looks at an SD40 and a GP38 and sees the same loco. It's just what you're used to. I'm not running with any lights on. Dear oh dear, I should be invited not to drive any more trains on this railroad. For many reasons. Not really driven on this bit of the route before. Let's just have a quick look at where we actually are. Oh, I see. We're running on the other side of the river to the main line. So the bit that you normally drive is over there on the left. Yeah, that's common, Jim Binks. If your frame rate gets too low, then everything gets messed about. So you need to keep your frame rate at a reasonable level just to keep keep everything working well. Hey Ron Wirral and Kairos, welcome to the channel this evening. So where are we at now? We're getting there, coming around the bend here. Track is set to take us to the right place and we're stopping at Elysia Main 2 South. So this scenario is Brownsville Cement. It's a workshop scenario by Food Monster Guy, another big contributor on Steam Workshop. Yes, I'm using a laptop as well. It's quite a high-spec laptop, it has to be said, but... Well, the solution then, Panda, who says he's got a new PC and now scenarios run too fast, is just make sure you crank it up. If you want to really hurt your frame rate, then use the SSAA anti-aliasing. It looks beautiful, but it will murder your frame rate. And if you've got the extra frame rate to do it, go for it. Especially if you like routes with overhead wires, because they look superb. Captain Bob, it's well, it's not just for overhead wires. It's an anti-aliasing thing called SSAA. But for the life of me, I can't remember what the SS stands for. But no matter. Essentially, what it does is it makes your screen. So SSAA 2x2 means it makes it twice as wide, twice as deep, and then when it renders it to your screen, it then flattens it back down to the size of the screen, using all the extra data it generated to create much smoother anti-aliasing. Because obviously, generating a really huge image, it means it's going to see things that it might not have seen previously. But generating massive screen sizes like that is very expensive. And the SSAA will actually go up to 3x3. So if you imagine you've got a 1080p screen, that's 5760 by about 3000, which is pretty immense. One moment. Sorry about that. Just realised I left my fridge running, and that's not good, because when it switches off, all the USB gets power spiked. So Rydcar says, what spec are you looking at to get SSAA and a decent frame rate? So this machine is a GeForce 880 laptop. It's Core i7 4th gen, so it's top of the range really for a processor. 16 gig. I can't remember what hard drives it's got, but I suspect they're probably SSDs. SSD limits the momentary judder. Doesn't really make so much difference, but really what you want is a really good motherboard that's going to have really good communication architecture, good CPU, fast memory, and a strong graphics card. Right, so green on the bottom, so we're switching over. Hey Matthew, I am definitely going to be doing more freight train trips. I'm not doing any more tonight, but I will be doing more freight train trips. Stopping at Elysium Main 2 South. Right, so Gouger writes, I'm writing a scenario, it's on its own route. I've got two go-via instructions set up the same way. One works okay, the other fails. I get across. Is there a known problem with having two go-via instructions close together? Setting the speed to 1 mph in both. I'm not aware of anything. Are they on the same marker? And are they one after the other in the instructions, in which case I'd have to ask why you've got two go-vias like that. Perhaps you can explain exactly what the context is of these instructions. Right, there is the first cut of hoppers in the spur track, so let's go and get those. There they are there, so it's all been set for us. Back up and get these wagons. Cheers, J1260. Thank you very much for joining. So what you're describing there, Gouger, two different markers but fairly close together, should be no problem at all. Make sure you haven't got any kind of, is the alarm clock ticked on them, see whether or not there's a timing component. And are you going more than 1 mile per hour over it? If you're setting the speed to 1 mile per hour. Cheers, Dan Leeds Gaming. Welcome back, Meteor. I'd like to see a playthrough, someone doing an engine driver article talking about a playthrough of Knight Rider. That would be cool. Given the number of hours I spent writing that scenario and retesting it and then running through red lights. The other thing, Gulger, have you tried shutting the game down and restarting it? Sometimes when weird things like that happen, sometimes the thing to do is just shut the game down and restart it, because that can help, strangely. Welcome back, Fringe. Right. So we've coupled onto everything in Alice Main 2 spur, except we actually need to couple everything here. Go via Alice Main 2, so we're going back up. Good, we're all pathed correctly. Hey Marcus, yes, unfortunately you did, I think. Hey Bankbills, Matthew Doyle, Ultimate Insane Gamer. Welcome back. So, a few people asking what the giveaway was. Epic Pipe won, he picked the Corvette. So, Moreman and a few people have asked, why is is this loco going forwards or backwards? It's going forwards, because as you can see, that's my control stand. There is no other control stand. And that is the long nose, so this is definitely forwards, and as I understand it, it's for safety reasons, because these trains run so heavy and so long that it frankly doesn't matter if whether they could see the obstruction or not, they can't stop for it, and therefore you've got a big lump of metal in front of the driver, or the engineer, sorry, in case they have a problem. I might be just making that up, but I'm sure I heard that somewhere. One of the American users on the chat can probably correct me. Green signal, we have the high ball. Mind you, if you think that's odd and unusual, go and have a look at the cab forward locomotives. Hey Malcolm Note, Locutus, Elixir. There you go, so Captain Bob says that's true, which is cool. I like it when I get things right. Thanks for joining us, Armour Fan. So we're going to Alicia Main 2 South. Looks like we have something sort of green anyway. A green light there. So Marcus has asked how long this scenario is. 40 minutes, same as the other one. So we're going via Glen Main 2 in a mile. There we go. Let's just see if we're all set up for it correctly. We are. We have an approach on that junction. So the bit of the route that you know is over there. We're on the other side of the river, sort of the lesser known bit of the route. Ah, nice one, Nick. Be interested to hear what you think of it. I certainly quite enjoyed it. So, Matthew2066 asks, are you doing any more scenarios after this? Yes, I am. I'm going to do South London Network with the Class 456. And apparently I'm going to be doing some speeding with this in the meantime. Welcome back, Dan Leeds Gaming. Hey, French Starlid. Yes, you can put anything you like as long as it's legal in the reskins. They're just meant to be something to look at, bit of art. So Bankbill says he's got Rail Driver. Nice one. We haven't got a screenshot of this yet. We need to fix that. How's this light looking here? So we've got a yellow on the low ball. Fraggle asks, am I on a plane in real life? No, I'm not. I'm sitting in my garage, but that's a green screen that you're looking at. Two miles to Redstone Creek. What do you drive, Matthew? No, garage keeps me out of the way. Let's check our path and make sure we're still all set correctly. You never know where a manual junction's going to come up, creep up. That's Redstone Creek east south, and then we're coming across. So we're going to cross this lovely bridge over here, and then we are going to be going into West Brownsville Siding 1. So we do need to change that point. Right, so we're all set up now. Yes, they can, Fringe Starlin. Slightly concerned by the fact there's a signal here, but not on here. It was probably for the other side of the track, actually. I didn't realise there was 2 tracks for some reason. Frisco, so master resolution won't affect the memory card. I don't quite understand the question. EXO Hunter, Mabadello, Frisco, Deep D, welcome. Just put a little bit of brake on. Coming down to a 10, so I'm just going to ease up. Oh right, yes, so Frisco has had problems with frame rate. If switching dynamic lighting on and off makes a massive difference, then the chances are resolution probably won't help. Tornado Ben, we just did a UK scenario, Class 52 on the Riviera line, and we will be going back to the UK for the 3rd scenario tonight. We are going to be doing the South London network with the Class 456. Well, we're down to the 10 now, we'll just leave it on the 10. Points are all set to get us in the right, or switches, sorry, are all set to get us into the right place. When we get to the other side of the bridge, I'll handle yard switches. Yeah. That looks good. Ah, go up. Thank you. That's right, Captain Bob. I've already set all the points switches up, so we are fine for switches. Dang it, trees. See you later, Marcus Footus. So, Frisco, this is the Longhood forward. Hey, Coplopper! welcome to the channel this evening. Bella777 and Fragoless, welcome. So, Copflopper, I'm not doing any DB Red tonight. We'll be doing DB Red tomorrow night. We're going German crazy tomorrow. Frisco, K4 is possibly Thursday. Busy week this week. Are we all in the siding yet? Oh, tomorrow will be a an epic list of failures, I'm sure. So welcome Budblades, Dave Mabbott, welcome to you as well. What's next? Oh, that's it, we're done. Nice one, Prisco. Well, don't skip out on tennis on my account. You can always watch it on YouTube. I did not break any wagons. They just made lots of noise. Oh, it says up in the top corner. I was waiting for a message box in the middle. It's in the top corner. Well done. You completed it successfully. Yay! Right. You know, the scenarios I do well on, I don't get score. Boo. Right, now, what's next? That's next. I'll turn my heating down a little bit because I'm with this jumper on, kind of getting hot. Right, next, South London Network. Right, after I've had a quick drink.